I'm going to show you my next little project here. This is the Primaris Chaplain, and he was an eBay buy. I got him just like this. Actually, no, wait. Well, so I didn't get him just like this. I got him slightly differently. In terms of, he didn't have the normal chaplain head. You know how the chaplain head typically has the kind of skull face? I got one of these instead. Now, it wasn't this one, but it was basically a normal Space Marine head. So just kind of give you a sense for what he looked like. So it's kind of like this. So what's a chaplain without a Space Marine, without a chaplain head? He's just a fancy looking Space Marine, I guess. But I have an idea on how to fix that. I've got a bunch of heads, got a bunch of Space Marine heads. And so I think I'm going to replace, if I can ever find the head that came with this model, replace that with one of those. But not just by itself, right? I need a skeleton head. So I think what I'm going to do is something like this. So the plan is to take one of these heads, like let's just say, for example, I don't know, something like this one maybe. Maybe I have a beefier head. There we go. Okay. So we can use a head like this. This comes from, goodness, maybe like a captain or something, like a Primaris captain. If you see the little mounting thing where his head goes, I think it was something like that. I could use that, or I could use this guy, which I believe came on the Venerable Dreadnought. I think he had a choice of heads. So if I use something like this, the head's kind of the right size, right? Because Primaris are larger. So, you know, he'd look a little more interesting. However, I can't just do that because there's no skull, right? There's no skull head. So the plan, here, I'll put these to the side. So the plan is to take one of these three heads and modify it with some of these skulls. We have a number of different skulls we could use. So I'm kind of thinking something like that. Right, all the chaplains that I've seen have like a human-looking skull. Something like that guy right there. Right, so I could use one of these for his helmet, or I could use something like that. And so it would kind of look, if I mod this correctly, I'd take this part of the head, or this part of the skull, and attach it with some modifications, with some sanding and whatnot to this helmet, and use this modified piece as the chaplain's head. Modify that helmet with that skull, and we will have our new chaplain head. somehow. I'll figure that out. Put these two back. The other thing you might have noticed is that there's something missing here. I don't know what goes here. Duh, it's an E-pad, right? I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with my focus. There we go. But for some reason, I guess there's a bit that goes on the kneecap. I don't know why, but it was missing when I bought this guy from eBay. So, you know, gross. But that's an opportunity to make this guy a little more chaplain-y by modifying another skull to put kind of right there, like so, kind of another skull on the knee. And so that does two things for me. It allows me to correct, maybe not a mistake, but a less than conscientious eBay buyer, and also make this chaplain a little more chaplain-y. So that's a plan. In fact, that's the skull I'm going to use. So there, that's done. Yeah, so that's the plan. Are you guys interested in watching this? I hope you are, because I'm going to do it anyway. You don't have to watch me do it, but I'm going to do it. So that's the plan, guys. Since I got this guy off of eBay, there's no real unboxing video. There's not even a build video since it's already, you know, pre-built for me. I probably will have to undo some of this stuff so that I can paint all the pieces that need to be painted without undue interference. Like, for example, that book. That book is going to be a pain to paint if this backpack is in the way. So, yeah, I'm going to take this apart a little bit, try to do it carefully so I don't mess anything up. So, there's no unboxing video. There's not even a build video. It's just a mod and paint video. Let's get to work, shall we? Just going to put away some of these bits. It's a lot of bits. So I'm going to start with his knee. I think that's a good place to start. So I'm going to shave off some of the back of the skull. Well, not shave off, but sand down anyway. This is going to be a bit. All right. So I'm having some trouble with my image capture. I turned off white balance, auto white balance, and it's still trying to fluctuate. And I think it may have cut off recording at some point without my permission. So if I'm missing something, sorry. But I was just kind of shaping the milliput around the head to make the Space Marine helmet and the Orc skull look like one piece. Now, it's a little rough right now. And I say that like I'm going to be able to make it not rough. But that's the hope, right? I'm going to try to make this less rough. And I'm going to wait till the milliput to set because I want to sand. It's kind of difficult to scrape off without pulling itself off. So I'm going to do some sanding with this guy once it sets. But it takes a little bit for the milliput to cure. So BRB. So here is our dude. He's got a kneecap. I mean, it's not great. It's not super smooth, but I think it'll do. I don't really know what it's going to look like until I prime him. And so this guy, I'm going to temporarily put the head on. I mean, the head looks rough, I'm not going to lie. I have a heat gun, so I kind of accelerated the setting of the... Okay, so there's the head. Like I said, it's rough. I hope that when I prime him, he'll look a little better. So that's the next step. I'm gonna give it a good prime. I added the head onto the model just to kind of just kind of see what it looks like. It's not permanent because I'm going to paint. I don't know. I'm hoping this looks okay. If nothing else, it's going to look unique. I don't know that anyone's done this before. At least I haven't seen pictures to that effect. So it's time to prime. Let's do that.